Welcome to the show that talks about Tulsa. People making a difference in the Tulsa community. Special guest interviews spotlighting local businesses to cover important issues in the community no one else is talking about. The hot topics and more. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. This is World One Development's News You Can Use with your hosts, Mr. Charles Harper and Damali Wilson.
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to World One Development's News You Can Use. We want to thank everyone for either listening on the radio, watching us on Facebook Live, and on www.kbob899.com, or tuning into any of the News You Can Use media networks, which are powered by World One Development. We really appreciate that. I am your hostess with the mostest, Mr. Damali Wilson.
And I'm Charles Harper. It's Wednesday, a.k.a. Hump Day, March 26, 2025. And we are live every Wednesday at 1 p.m. right here on KBOB 89.9 FM and simulcast on the News You Can Use media network, powered by World One Development. We are set for an exciting show, you guys. You better call your mom and them and tell them you can dial in at 918-856-3873 or post your comments on our Facebook live feed at World One Development.
So on today's show, we are going to talk about the African Experience 3.0. It happens every year, and well, actually, the African Experience happens every year, but this is the third edition. So we're going to talk about it, let you know what it is and why you should attend.
All right, so y'all lock in. This is News You Can Use right here on KBOB 89.9 FM and simulcast on the News You Can Use media network, powered by World One Development. We'll be right back, y'all.
Looking to take your event to the next level with professionalism and energy? Contact World One Development. We host events, have radio personalities, offer community engagement and videography. We also do live radio remotes, red carpet appearances, create promos, event recaps, drops, and flyers. We also create customized advertising packets to promote your business, organization, or program. Visit our website at worldonedevelopment.com. You can also reach us on social media at World One Development.
Oh, yes, it's bingo night.
Bingo!
And the money right.
Bingo!
It's bingo night. Oh, what a night.
Oh, what a night. Every first and third Tuesday, starting February 4th, it's Bingo Night at 36th Street North Event Center. Bingo Night. Bingo Nights at 36th Street North Event Center. Every first and third Tuesday, with lots of cash and prizes to be given away. Doors will open at 6 p.m. and sessions start at 7 and 8 p.m. Game packs starting at only $25. And you could win big. 36th Street North Event Center, 1125 East 36th Street North. Bingo Nights. So grab your auntie and uncles and enjoy Bingo Nights at the 36th Street North Event Center. Concessions and refreshments will be available. And Bingo Nights at 36th Street North can be enjoyed in a smoke-free environment. Bingo Night every first and third Tuesday starting February 4th at 36th Street North Event Center. For more information, call 918-200-9046. Bingo Nights is presented by the 36th Street North Event Center and NYCU.FM. Cash and prizes are based on minimum attendance requirements.
EduRec is the place where education and recreation meets. At EduRec, we have a host of programs such as Spring Break Camp, Summer Camp, and After School. We also have Black History Saturdays. It's located at 5424 North Madison Avenue. To donate, sponsor, or volunteer for any of our programs at EduRec, go to edurectulsa.com. Call EduRec today at 918-430-3947. And you can also visit us on any of our social media platforms at EduRec Tulsa. EduRec Tulsa, where education and recreation meet.
This is News You Can Use right here on KBOB 89.9 FM and simulcast to the News You Can Use media network, powered by World One Development.
And we are back. So News You Can Use is all about shedding some light on the positive happenings in our community. There are many great businesses, programs, and events occurring in our neighborhood, and we felt the community needed to hear about those things, one, so we can support, and two, so we can be informed.
What's going on, family? I'm Charles Harper, Chief Executive Officer of World One Development, which includes, fitting back in, EduRec Youth and Family Fun Center, 36th Street North Event Center, and NYCU. FM. My job, because the world wants to know, is to provide leadership for all aspects of World One Development with the emphasis on long-term goals, growth, profits and the return on that investment. And I'm so excited and I'm so elated to be one of the creators of this phenomenal show.
And I'm Damali Wilson, Chief Operating Officer for World One Development. And my job is designing and implementing business operations and establishing policies that promote company culture and vision. I am also in charge of social media for all of the World One Development entities. If you would like to advertise your business or organization on this show or any of our other individual platforms, please inbox me your contact information on Facebook Messenger so we can talk. I am also happy and elated to be one of the creators of this phenomenal show.
Damali, what's up?
Hey, it is a wonderful day
It
today.
is.
I'm so excited.
They said Mr. Rogers' neighborhood, but today I feel like y'all in Mr. Harper's neighborhood. It's
Okay.
that nice outside.
It
boy.
is.
If you not out, I know life happens
Man,
sometimes because
it
life
does.
be lifing.
Yep.
But today is one of them days I think if you get outside, dust off them old lokes that you
Yes,
got from
yeah.
back in the day where you used to ride in the Cutlass,
Yes.
in the S10 and all of that. Throw them lokes on,
Yeah.
get outside, let some of that vitamin D get in your skin.
Man.
And I believe you can have a great day on today.
Absolutely. It is absolutely, this is my kind of weather.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? I'll be waiting for this weather, especially when we get to springtime. I'm so excited about it. So yeah, I'm happy.
You know what it
Today's a
is,
good day.
hump day, so you think you're going to be able to help the people get over the hump?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Hump day came fast for me.
It did.
Yeah.
It came really fast. I totally agree.
It's kind of like I went up for prayer. I came back down, and it's already Wednesday.
It's already
And
Wednesday.
we here, and it's going down.
Yeah.
So, anyway.
We've had a lot. There's been a lot of great stuff happening
Right.
for actually really the last several months. But I can say this. Last Thursday, there was the Black Wall Street Chamber annual meeting.
Yes, that was Friday.
Oh, that was Friday. See, that's what I'm
Right.
saying. I can't even get my days right because so much stuff is happening. But that was Friday. You are correct. And we had a phenomenal time. It
Yes.
was standing room only for this event. This was the first one.
Right.
So shout out to the Black Wall Street Chamber because y'all did that.
Yeah.
Our very own Mayor Monroe Nichols spoke at that event. Very positive. I mean, there's just some great things that are happening in Tulsa. Tulsa has a buzz going on right about now.
I know. You know how I feel? Let me tell you just how I feel.
Yes.
You know what I'm talking about?
Share.
I feel like it's like the spirit of Black Wall Street is not like it ever left, but I
Right.
feel like the spirit and with a lot of things that's kind of falling into place, I feel like we back.
Yes.
I feel like we back now. It's a few more things that got to navigate, a few more things got to manifest.
Yeah.
But in terms of how we're coming together, the energy,
Yeah.
the vibe, and what people got, I see a lot more love in the building, a
Yeah.
little less division. I feel like we're on the way back. And if we stay together,
Yeah.
I feel like everything gonna be all right.
It's going to be fine.
But I do
It's
want to
gonna
shout
be
out
fine.
Kuma, man. Kuma, let me tell you
Man,
something. For
yes.
her, Donald, Megan, and that entire team,
squad.
man, that fireside chat that they
Yes.
had going on, the DJ that was over in the corner mixing it all up. For all of the awardees, the people that got up, they got honored.
Yeah.
You know, for everybody that bought on them tables.
Okay.
I'm like, we shout out to KBOB.
Yeah,
they had a table in
KBOB
there,
had a
but
table.
all the tables were sold out and the food was off the chain.
Yep.
And it was good. And then I got a chance to MC.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah,
you
that
did a
shit
great
to
job,
MC.
by
I
the
almost
way.
forgot about them dancers got up and
Yeah.
the dancers almost made me forget I had to MC. Shoot, I'll start pop locking. Y'all don't even know about pop
Right.
locking. I started doing all my
Like,
moves.
yeah, that's
and
not
they was
your-
like, Charles,
Yeah, that's not you.
That's
Not
not
today.
That's
Not
not
today.
your lane today. But anyway, shout out to everybody. Shout out to the 36th Street North Event Center staff, man. Everybody that's part of our team, me, you, JB, Smooth, Angie, everybody, Steve, and everybody
Mm-hmm.
that helps these things happen. Of course, Bishop Cooper and First Lady Joyce Cooper.
Yes. Want to also give a huge shout out to the staff at Edgereg Youth and Family Fun Center.
Yes.
On Friday, we also celebrated our last day of spring break camp.
Yep.
I'm telling you, the kids had a great time. They went around the world in a week. So they went from New York, the Big Apple. They went to China.
Right.
They went to Africa. They went to England. So, they had a great time exploring all of these countries and being able to have the different food. They
Right.
went to Italy as well, being able to have the different foods and just learning. They even were able to say a few words in each one of those native tongues.
languages.
Yeah, in different languages. Want to also give a huge shout out to who am I shouting out? State Farm for presenting us with a
Yes.
check.
Right.
We are super excited. So Mackenzie, which if you guys watched the show on last week, Mackenzie McThorne was actually on our show. She is actually a student. Currently, she's a senior at
Broken
Arrow. So she's a senior at Broken Arrow, and she actually celebrated 2,000 points. Is what she made in her
2,000
season.
points. You know how many buckets it takes to get to 2,000 points? She's 48,000 points short of LeBron James. No, I just went too far.
Stop it.
Let me pull back. But that's how Chris was turned up. But shout out to her because she did pull up here. She hung out with our kids. She brought basketball to her and Chris. And I just want to shout out the mayor and his entire staff.
Yeah.
They stopped by our spring break camp. We want to
We
shout
had
out.
a lot of visitors.
Yeah, we did. Partner Tulsa came by, hung out. Donnell came through, hung out. CDFI friendly.
Yeah.
These people with money, they left a little change. A little bit of change. We're trying to put that together. But the thing about it, y'all, we're living in some different times now. People pull in funding. If you didn't know, people pull the money to feed the kids.
Yeah.
I'm like, how you going to take the money to feed the kids for spring break? But shout out to everybody that showed up,
and chipped
out, and chipped in. And our kids, they don't even know what happened. You know how it is back in the day. You don't know when mom and dad is struggling.
Right.
You know how people are like, man, I didn't know I was poor till later because I didn't feel poor. Because with this example, the village made the community feel like, not that the community is poor, but you know what I'm saying? When you don't give people food, they get mad.
Yeah.
They get angry.
Yeah.
But we took care of them, Damali. So shout out to all of the staff, all of the volunteers, and everybody just pulled up on us because it was a very, very successful week. And then on Sunday,
it went down in the town. Yes, we were able to witness Dreamland 10 presents the kickball kickoff.
man, let me tell y'all something. I don't know what was going on. This is what it made me feel like. I don't know what y'all did in Oklahoma, but in Arkansas, we used to have softball or baseball games on Sunday.
Yep.
Y'all used to do that in Tulsa too?
Yep.
And let me tell you something. Everybody would come out in their cars and then just people that you know get out there and play. And it was just it's family.
Family
It's
energy.
unity. It's food. The kids get to play. And it would happen all day. People bumping their little sounds. That's how it felt. But man, it was at Driller Stadium though.
Was at Driller Stadium, and shout out to the two teams. We had Team Oasis Fresh Market.
Yep, with
and
AJ.
Team Terrence Crutcher Foundation.
With Dr. Crutcher and the crew.
Yes, and it was so fun. So much energy in the place. The who's who of Tulsa were there. And we had a blast. I mean, we totally had a blast. So we want to give a huge shout out to Team Oasis. They prevailed in the first annual kickball kickoff.
Right.
And so I think that this is something they should do every year.
I think it was a great success because nobody pulled no hamstring. You know, people was running full speed, but some people I noticed they couldn't quite get out of first gear. You know how you start running, you be like, that's second gear, but you just gear it back down. You know, but it was exciting to see everybody come out, man. The music and everything was going really, really well. I just love to see us getting together after Sunday, after church. So it was really, really cool. So shout out to Steph Simon.
Yeah.
I think he was the brainchild of this thing, and I think it's something that they're going to continue. Are you going to kick the ball next time and get out there? Maybe. Think about it. You got time.
I'm going to think about it.
You got time. I'm going to think
about it.
about it.
Well, I got a whole year. So
you got a whole year.
In a whole year, I might be together. Yeah.
We'll see. But shout out to the community, man, for pulling up. It was a good time out there. And then, look, y'all, that's why we telling y'all. And if you want to see any of this, any of the videos, pictures, interviews, just don't stroll back right now. Stay with us. But afterwards, stroll back on World One Development because we was live.
Yes.
Lit and on location at everything.
Yep.
But we put up on J Friday.
We pulled up on J Friday, and let me tell y'all something. This was a 90s R&B versus.
Yes.
So it was the fellas against the ladies. We had Miss Val Harding and her crew.
Boy.
And we had Jay Friday and his crew.
90s, baby.
90s. When I tell you I was singing so hard, I was hoarse after the show.
You can barely talk now. I hear it in your voice. See, you're trying to get your voice back. You probably need some lemon, some honey, some, hot tea. Now, JB participated in the verses, but I think it was a DJ.
Yeah.
So, JB, when you hear about the verses, what does that mean to you when you hear the verses is going down?
I mean, they calling out the cream of the crop. The top of the food chain, the best of the best.
Yeah.
And I just, how did y'all feel about them putting the chicks against the dudes? Was it evenly
I
matched?
loved it.
You know what? Man, I'm going to tell you something. It was evenly matched until Val felt like being on The Voice again.
Yeah.
Right?
If you ask me. She
Exactly.
felt like, you know what? Let me let this voice.
She has
voice.
the liberty to go there at any time.
At any time.
JB, you know how you DJing, but then all of a sudden you be like, you know what? Forget this. This is 1998. You know what I'm talking about? Then it's kind of like over. They be like, JB, that ain't even.
Like, let me just show y'all.
Let me just go on,
quick.
just get in my bag. And she went when she jumped. So
she is something else.
I had to give him a grade.
Yeah.
So if I had to give a grade, I would say they got an A++ when she went voice style on it. When I
Man.
bag up singers. But I still get Jay Friday and them an A+, man, because
They
they had
did.
the uniforms on with the overalls, with
Yeah.
the stuff all. You know how you used to have the letters on our
graffiti, the
pants.
graffiti
They was
all-
dancing.
yeah.
Tell me
Yeah.
what you want. I was like, oh.
It was fun. It was
It was
really
crazy.
fun. I'm just telling you guys.
Don't miss the next one.
Listen, that's why we get on this show, and that's why we share with you what is actually happening in community, so you can go out and support. Now, I will say it was a packed house.
It was packed, standing room only, all the way back to the
room
wall.
Only. Yes, it
That's
was,
good.
but it was so fun. And when those ladies started harmonizing, I was like, "Oh, drop the mic, it's over."
Yeah, but I'd say Jay and them, they killed it.
They did. They came-
Jay
they came-
Friday,
they showed up.
D, they came out with that. Jay Friday smart.
Speaking
he
of
came
showing
out
out.
with Tevin Campbell.
Oh,
Yeah.
not to take anything away from them, but that one girl, she is still on American Idol. I think she's still
She
showing
is
out
going
too.
hard.
Oh, yeah,
But
yeah.
She was
From
at
Tulsa.
the Valentine. She was on the
she was-
Valentine thing.
I think that's probably what's
Valentine's
keeping her away from Tulsa right now because she's busy
Yeah.
with American Idol. But yeah, she's representing the
She doing
city
her thing.
well.
Yeah.
Tulsa got talent, y'all.
Tulsa
Y'all
got
check it
some
out.
beautiful
We
R&B
sure do.
singers because
Yeah.
Tulsa got
you know,
talent.
Yeah.
it's nothing like a good R&B music. So,
Yeah. JB, what you did this
Totally
weekend, man?
what did I do this weekend?
You traveled
I
first
was,
a little
yeah, I
bit.
traveled. St. Louis, man.
You went to St.
We
Louis.
did St. Louis. I did a dance competition up there, and then came on back, right back in the saddle, back to the gig, and here we are.
Yeah, we right here.
So I'm going to tell y'all that continue to follow what we do because, like I say, World One Development News you can use. KBOB, we always going to be on location.
Yep.
So
We show up.
become a part of it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Come out. Once winter time is over, it's springtime. So you
Yes.
need to spring your butt up out that seat,
Okay.
out that lazy boy.
Let's go.
And get outside. Like what Corey D say?
We outside.
Be outside, baby. What else we got?
All right. So before we get started, we want to send out prayers to the family, friends, and fans of boxing legend George Foreman.
Oh, man.
I know, y'all.
Yeah.
Listen, did you guys know that George Foreman made more money selling his griddles than he made boxing?
I can imagine.
Yeah.
I can imagine
I
that.
got a couple of them in my house.
I was thinking about how somewhere there was a loss in they got lost in transition when everything went to the air fryer.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Yep.
How come nobody thought of the George Foreman air fryer? Because it would have done so big.
Absolutely.
Just off the name itself.
Just off the name.
I think everybody had at least two
Yeah,
Foreman
I do.
grills.
I do. I had a little one, and I even sent one with my daughter when she went off to college.
The
I'm
little
like,
sandwich
put your-
maker?
Yeah, the little sandwich.
Oh, yeah. My mom had
yeah.
those.
And that's
man.
Did
Yeah.
you ever watch George Foreman fight, Damali?
I did.
You a couple times?
Yeah, a
What was your
couple
favorite fight with George Foreman?
I don't remember because I was little.
You was little?
I was a child, so my mother and them would get together and they playing dominoes and spades
Right,
and stuff,
right.
and we, all the kids, we all running around, and we come in and watch him, boop boop, and we back outside.
Who wouldn't to fight George Foreman?
I'm like,
Man,
why
let
would
me go to the live because I know I'm gonna give some shout outs in a minute. But if you got your favorite George Foreman fight, Uncle Brian, I know you got one. Put
Right.
it on the live. I'm gonna come back.
Cecil
I'm gonna
probably
say
got-
this one. I'm gonna
Which
say the
one?
one
Which
that
one?
was my favorite. It was in the movie. It's when him and Muhammad Ali fought in Africa. And they
Wow.
thought he was
Rumble
gonna
in
beat
the
him.
Jungle?
The Rumble in the Jungle. The
Yes.
Rumble in the. If you haven't seen that movie,
Yeah.
when they got to the part
Rumble
where it's
in
the
the
Rumble, they thought Muhammad Ali was about to get demolished and destroyed. They had Big George Foreman in there hitting them bricks, and they was
Yeah.
shaking. He was
Yeah.
young, he was primed, and that's when Ali just let him hit him until he wore himself out, and he got George Foreman. But man, George Foreman, man, that was a freak of nature right there.
What
man.
could you do?
I don't know who can hit harder than. Remember, he won the championship, the heavyweight championship at 50.
Yeah.
You got to remember, he won at 50.
Hey, Uncle Brian said that he sold 275 million George Foreman grills.
Yeah,
Good Lord.
Look, you either had one or you ate off one.
Oh, yeah.
You either had
Yeah.
one because all
Yeah.
the sisters were cooking off that grill. They cut
I
off
love
the
that
stove,
grill. Don't play with me.
cut off the microwave. That grill,
Yeah, that
hitting.
grill was amazing.
Eggs,
Yeah,
bacon,
Amazing.
burgers.
Yeah.
Especially with the girls who didn't know how to cook a steak yet. Yeah.
I like his story. The big piece of his story when he didn't believe in God, he didn't believe in anything, and how the Holy Spirit kind of took him over, changed his life. And George, because George used to be super mean,
Yeah.
but he changed where he was just a big man with love in his heart.
Yeah.
And the rest of his life, we got the good George.
Yeah,
A lot of
yeah.
times,
Yeah.
people don't get a chance to get unmean. People
Right.
be mean from kindergarten till they go.
Is that a word, unmean?
Unmean.
If
We using
unalive
it.
is a word.
Unalive.
That's true.
That's what
Yeah,
I'm going
you're
with
right.
the unalive. Now, unmean.
Yeah.
So you don't unalive nobody.
Right, exactly.
But I am gonna definitely meet miss George Foreman. I don't take the greats for granted.
Yes,
You know what I mean?
absolutely.
So,
He passed at the age of 76.
76
Another
years,
legend gone.
And all his sons' name is George.
George,
Foreman.
yeah, everybody. I think all the kids' names is
6,
George.
7, 8
Yeah,
of them. Everybody
yeah.
named George Foreman. So he's still around there somewhere.
Right.
Y'all. He left his bloodline.
Oh,
So.
Mario said George versus Michael Moore
Ooh,
in 1994, the
ooh.
oldest heavyweight champion.
I remember that he got Michael Moore too. Michael Moore kind of had him, and then he just hit him with a bink.
Yeah.
It was slow and powerful. It was a slow
He
hit.
say slow and awful.
Slow and not awesome.
And
When he knocked
awesome.
him
I
out,
thought
it
it
was
was
slow.
awful.
He got him, but George, yeah, he's a great. That's for sure.
AJ says he has 2 George Foreman burger grills.
There you go.
Ooh, burger
Okay,
grills.
we up
I
in
love
that
it.
thing. All right. We want to also send out prayers to the family and friends of 2 of Tulsa's own.
Right.
Annette Wells Faulkner, who passed away after a bout with an illness, and then Stephen Smith, who was involved in a terrible car accident
Yeah, I
on
saw
46th
that.
Street North in Peoria.
Right.
So prayers for those families. The Wells family is near and dear to us because
Right.
they were always at the event center doing some type of
Doing
event,
something.
one or the other, and bringing us food.
Right.
So the last time I saw Annette, she was bringing us food.
Having a good time with that big old pretty
laughing.
smile and all of that. Then the brother with the accident head on.
Yeah.
We was out and about when that happened. So let's just be careful out there, but let's put our arms around these families.
Yes, absolutely. All right, so y'all ready for Uncle Brian says Foreman versus Michael Moore was my favorite. He was losing the fight, but in the 10th round, it took only 3 punches to beat him.
Bing, bing,
I
bing.
think
And it
those
was over.
Yeah.
probably those Joe Frazier fights with George Foreman
Oh,
was the best.
Yeah,
they was
yeah.
big ones. They was
Really
big ones.
intense.
Yeah.
Heavy hitting fights.
Yeah.
Man, them boys was beasts.
Back in the day. All right, so here we go. We are about to do the Black History Trivia.
Okay.
If you are ready, Black History Trivia. Should we give a ticket away for the African experience?
Yeah, you know what? I like that. Let me tell you something. The golden tickets are running very, very shortly now.
Right.
So on the show today, just in case you missed it, Damali gonna give away a pair of tickets to her event, the fundraiser, where Damali is already here.
Yes.
I'm not gonna even tell you the who's who gonna be in the building.
Yep.
Just try to get these 2 tickets. You win them, and just thank me later.
Yes.
I think let's do it.
Okay. What was the first stocks and bonds sold on the New York Stock Exchange? Was it A, cattle? Was it B, Africans? Was it C, cotton? Or was it D, oil?
Damali, what you done came up with? So read that. Look, on the live, y'all come in here. No, I'm just. How you? This girl done went back to the beginning of time. I'm thinking about the Federal Reserve and all kind of stuff. Read that. Come on, come on, y'all.
What was the first stocks and bonds sold on the New York Stock Exchange? Was it A, cattle, B, Africans, C, cotton, or D, oil?
JB, what you got, man? I'm sitting here like.
I'm gonna take a wild guess and go with this one, and I'm gonna just say I'm gonna go with B.
Uncle
Africans.
Brian said B.
I'm
Africans.
gonna say
JB said B.
stock. I'm gonna go with back cotton. Give me cotton. I mean,
Charles
Cotton
is
was super
C.
popular.
yeah.
in that era,
Cecil
too.
said C.
See, yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Cotton. Or Oklahoma. I'm thinking out loud, y'all. I'm sorry.
I
CP.
said the New York Stock Exchange.
The New York, but it don't matter. A stock, it could be anywhere, though.
Okay.
That's just where you go in to pick out your symbol and say, I want to
Understand.
invest in this stock. You know what I mean? But let me go to the live, y'all. Because we finna have a good show today, man. I'm glad y'all are chiming in. Tamika Rogers.
Hey,
she was here
sister.
a few weeks ago, man. And then their great event at 11 o'clock at the Circle Cinema
Yes,
with
we
the
couldn't
young
make it
lady.
'cause it was so
that,
much going
on the
on.
red carpet, she had the movie with the gentleman that
AJ
played in the
says
NFL.
A.
So kudos. I saw the picture.
Tamika said
My
B.
sister. I saw the picture. It was a great event. And she said, "Happy Winning Wednesday." Uncle Brian, welcome to the show. Mr. Energizer down in the J-Bone Lounge. He's in the building. Welcome to the show. Nicole Travis, our sister, she's
Hey,
here.
hey, hey.
Gibb Shopping Center is here. Mom is here. What's up,
Hey,
Mom?
Mommy.
Mom, I was tearing that bread up. Mama gave me that bread. I ate the
Ooh, it was
sack,
good.
the
What-
bag, the little plastic knife she gave me. I'm like, wait a minute now. Everything gone. But anyway, I'm still living. Beach Queen, welcome to the
Hey,
show.
hey, hey.
Jeremiah Blackwell, we call him
Hey,
Mr.
Jeremiah.
Sigalo, he's in the building. Tracy Manning Gibbs. Thanks for
Hey,
tuning in. Michael Holden,
Hey, Michael.
welcome to the show. I always say welcome to the show. My brother, Dr. Mario Choice.
Hey,
Man, he was on the
Mario.
air. He the one welcome us to the air. Him
Right.
and Uncle Bobby back in the day. CP, St. Louis is in the building.
hey.
And many, many more. I'm going to come back. Faith, wisdom. I see
Hey,
you there.
Faith.
It's a lot more on y'all. I'm going to come back to the live, and we got tons of secret listeners. I don't know why. I don't know if they want to come to your party. They like JB Beach. They looking for Uncle Bobby. Got his shades on today. I don't know what's going on, but the secret listeners in the building today.
Right,
Damali.
right. So I am going to give you guys what you have been asking for.
Oh, been requesting. What is it?
Yes. So, of course, the African Experience 3.0
Yes.
is going to happen on this Saturday.
This
That
Saturday.
is this Saturday.
It is the
The
Saturday.
29th.
Couple of days, the 29th. It's going to be, Jeremiah said C. Make sure I don't.
While Damali do this, keep on letting your answers put in.
Yeah.
Come on in.
All right, so it's going to be this Saturday.
Now,
So,
what is the African experience?
So
Right.
yeah, let's talk about this
What
for a
is
little
it?
bit. So we actually opened up the 36th Street North Event Center 9 years ago. Well, we're coming up on 9 years
Right.
in April. And throughout that tenure, we kept hearing people say there are not any black-owned businesses in this area.
Right.
And we're like, yes, there are.
Right.
You know, because we were in a fortunate position where we knew a lot of these individuals.
Right.
So what we decided is that we would put on an event and we would decorate, because if you don't know, the 36th Street North Event Center is a full service event center.
Correct.
Meaning we can decorate your entire event from top to bottom. We have all types of decor. We do custom work. I mean, we do all kinds of stuff. And so, you know, we thought this would be a great way, because we could decorate the way we wanted to, and budget was not a concern because we own the venue. We would be able to go ahead and do decor, and then we would engage some of these black-owned businesses or minority-owned businesses, so that people would be able to know who's doing what in community.
So what you did, in essence, is allow small businesses around the event center to showcase their
Absolutely.
business in a collaborative effort, so that at the end of the night, everybody get a little piece of the pie.
Absolutely.
Say what?
That's what I'm talking about.
Absolutely.
Oh, she's recycling
That's
the
the
dollar.
Black Wall Street
Right.
blueprint right there. Don't
Absolutely.
just try to make out. So that means every component that came in, people think it's all us. No, everybody in here that you see is all partners.
So the thing about it, and the one thing that we say on this show, is we are all better together.
Right.
Right. And so it takes a village. And so, you know, because we have relationships with all of these different individuals, then we just reached out and said, hey, you know, we'll offer you free advertisement if you provide your service for this event, you know. And so, you know, most of them are like jumping at the opportunity. And of course, we invited the who's who of Tulsa to get them to come out and to see, you know, what was going on in our community.
Let me tell you how I thought it all started.
Okay.
We took a trip to Africa back in 2022.
Well, that was the second part.
I'm gonna put. Can I do
Yeah.
the second
You
part?
do the
I just
second
feel it.
part.
I feel theatrical
You feel
a little
it?
bit. I feel it. I feel it just a little
You
bit,
feel
y'all.
it in your
Y'all
spirit,
go
in
with
your
me.
sha-na-na?
Yeah, boom, yeah. I ain't gonna do it like that. But anyway, what happened, man? Pastor Rodney Gray allowed us to go to Africa for the first time. I was getting ready to turn 50.
Yes.
And I said, man, I want to be able to go to Africa.
Yeah.
So words are powerful.
Words
I
are
went to go get a haircut. Pastor Gray was sitting there like, man, we getting ready to go to Uganda. I said, I don't want to go. I said like a kid, too. I don't know where that came from. I'm about to be 50. He said, man, y'all do news you can use over there on KBOB with Uncle Bobby be. I'm like, yeah. He said, well, we can let y'all go and cover the story. And I'm like, for real? And he was like, well, are you playing? No, I am not playing. Me and Damali were just talking about Africa the other day.
Right.
Long story short, we raised the money that we needed, and we was on our way to Uganda. Didn't nobody tell me it was a 12-hour flight, then a 10-hour. I needed therapy.
That was y'all first time, or y'all
That was the
That
second
was
first
our
time,
first
2022.
time. And I can tell you,
2022.
and before that, I'm telling everybody, that's like, other than going to Israel, I'm talking about it's right there together.
Life changing.
I let people scare me, because this is what they say, ooh, if you go to Africa, they gonna get you. The Bushwick man gonna get you and cut your head off, kidnap you, and all. Ain't none of that stuff going on.
Not
Now,
true.
it might be somewhere, but it's like being here in the States. But anyway, my biggest thing, JB, is you got to get them shots, though, baby.
Yeah.
You got to get them shots now. So each country you go into, you got to go in and meet with the health department and say, well, if you go in here, you got to get these particular shots. So we had to take about 6 shots and take some pills. But at that point, I was saying, I don't care what, I'm going to the motherland.
Right.
But long story short, we went over there. We had a good time. We was there for about 7 days. We fed 1,300 kids. We was building houses, working in the church. And we got ready to go. And, man, Damali I could tell she started feeling some kind of way, because she started getting teary-eyed and her lips started to tremble. The lips start trembling, JB. You know when the lip tremble, it means a lot of different things. But anyway,
Right.
the lips start trembling. She told them kids, she looked at them flat out in their face because they was like, if you leave, are you going to ever come back? She said, I'm going to make you 2 promises. 1, I'm going to come back. And 2, I'm going to find a way to scholarship y'all to go to school. I want to help y'all go to school. I want to help y'all with food. I want to help y'all with uniforms. And I get back to the United States.
So what was the atmosphere like before the first time y'all got there? What was it like? The people in the village of Kamuli, Uganda, where you guys went.
Man, I'll tell you mine.
What was the temperature?
The temperature was like this. We went there, and before we left, I asked their leaders. It was like 30 leaders. I said, I know why I want to come see y'all. The motherland. I want to see the earth. I want to put my feet in the sand. I had all these thoughts. I said, but what was it for y'all, for us to come? And they was like, we in Kamuli, and nobody has ever came to our village.
That's crazy.
Never.
And Uganda is a huge state.
And then they said, and y'all came across the pond. I said, no, we come across the pond. We float for 12 hours. It wasn't a pond.
It wasn't a pond,
But
but
they
that's
called
what
the
they call it.
Atlantic Ocean the
The
pond.
pond.
They said, and they looked and this is what they said, which really hit me. They said, y'all let us know that God is real. Because we never see people like y'all even come to Africa.
Right.
So for y'all to be black and to travel 9,000 miles to come stay in the village, because we was in the bush, JB.
Right.
Look, when it was time to take
was
a
not a
bath.
game.
Now, this is why everybody comes. You should have seen Damali when they said, hey, we got to be ready in an hour. They give you a bottle of water and a toothbrush and a bar of soap. And say, I'll see you in 45 minutes.
And you know Damali, I'm
look, Damali was stood there for 30 minutes.
Like,
okay,
I'm
so
supposed
this
to do
is...
what?
So y'all didn't
Because-
have shower running over your head?
Man, it's like rolling. So sometimes you got water, sometimes
Sometimes
you
you
don't.
don't.
Sometimes you got lights.
And
Sometimes
we never had hot water.
we
Never-
never had
oh my
hot
God.
water. Yeah.
I might have died. I
Right.
might have died over there.
Oh, never had. We never had. hot
And
water.
then, and see, I thought I was gonna leave at one time because I'll tell you what happened. So they have all of these lizards. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
So I put all my stuff in the closet, and it was kind of, you know how it's like dawn because it's kind of getting dark. It's these little Geicos, but
Yeah.
they get pretty heavy. They be heavyweight over there.
Right.
They be doing push-ups. I'm trying to get my clothes out of the cabinet thing. Look, JB, this thing tried to kill me, bro.
It
It
jumped down
jumps,
on you?
and it was coming for my eyeball.
Oh.
What are you doing in Uganda, young man? And and I done fell all on the bed, JB, fell all off the patio, fell all in the grass. I'm like, this guy gonna try to
Took
take me
off.
out.
Took off on you.
But I recovered, man. I ain't going out
Right.
like this. I done came too far by faith
Right.
to leave.
So
Go ahead.
this is you guys will go first year, then you come back
4 years.
and you immediately go to work on the fundraising and organizing
So
ways.
not immediately. So how this came about is so Charles is right. We did get that opportunity, but we had already started doing. So we had done the Asian experience.
Yeah.
Right.
We had done.
But
the
you didn't go to
Egyptian
Asia
experience.
though.
No. What we're saying
Egyptian?
what we're saying is what happened was the reason why the event started in the first place is so we could showcase these
Different
entrepreneurs.
cultures.
No,
Right.
these entrepreneurs, and so but we like to do themes. And so we created the theme. So we did Asia, we did Egypt.
Yeah.
We did a Coming to America type theme.
Boy, that coming to America was
Yeah, it was
tight.
crazy.
Remember when
Yeah.
they had Damali in the little chair?
Yeah.
The kids ran out
Yeah.
and the tiger on the thing, and I was
Exactly.
like, what is going on?
And so we just like to do themes because we wanted to show community how great our
Creativity.
skills
Show
were.
your range.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And to be able to decorate and do decor at the event center. So after we went to Africa, then I was like, oh, that's it. That's our new experience. We're going to do the
And
African
did.
experience. And then I kept thinking, in my circle of influence, there's got to be something I could do to help these kids go to school. It just didn't set right with me that there are kids who are they're thirsty for knowledge and they're unable to go to school.
And it
Unlike
costs
in America,
how much
it's free.
for a kid to go to school?
So it's $250 a student.
A year?
And that takes
For
care
a
for the
year.
entire year.
Think about that, JB. $250 for the entire school year.
That's not bad.
That's
Yeah.
everything.
Yeah.
Shoes,
So that's
books,
breakfast, lunch,
Breakfast,
a uniform.
lunch. That's the difference in the currency.
Right.
So a lot of people don't realize, okay, we do stuff at Edgerake and Event Center and Oasis and all of that. We do some international stuff in Omaha, California, Louisville.
Right.
But when we was able to go across the pond, like
Yes.
they say,
Yes.
now we end up local, national, and international. But it's for a much smaller fee because of the currency difference.
Yes.
$250.
So what started as a creative showcase of black businesses
Right.
in entrepreneurship
Right.
turned into a full-fledged fundraising machine for
Correct.
Uganda missions.
Correct. And so far, we have scholarshipped 77 students
77
into
students.
school.
Yeah, let's give it up for that. Big Ron,
We
Big Ron.
have, yes, that's awesome.
Yeah. Not only that.
Yeah,
we
not
done-
only that.
We built a church.
Yep.
Yeah.
And now it has running water. And we've built 7 houses.
Yeah, I've seen you guys. I've seen the video footage.
Oh, you
I
go
haven't
definitely.
had a chance to go, but I've seen the footage.
Yeah.
Of them over there. You guys over there working, laying concrete,
Yeah.
laying bricks, laying roofs.
Yeah. And not
Teaching.
not only that, this radio station benefited from that relationship because we were able to take students from the Juice radio
last
show,
time, right?
and they were. I'm so glad they went with us because I didn't want to be on top of that house putting no bricks
Putting
up
them
there.
bricks.
You know
was
what?
like-
But them young folks got up there and they did that for us.
I bet that was life changing for them too.
Oh
'cause
yeah, absolutely.
To be able to go at that age,
Yeah.
out of high school. I'm going to Africa next week.
Yeah.
With news
Like,
you
what,
can use.
what did you do over the summer? You know, be like,
Yeah.
what did you do over the summer? Oh,
Man,
well, I just
come
went
on.
to Africa.
Let me tell you
know?
what's so crazy, and it's like a real reality now, is going over there. We've made 2 trips. And with the state of the U.S. and how crazy it's been getting lately, we know we got we know we got a village where we can go and live and stay and eat
Exactly.
And ain't
have
gotta
a
worry
good
about
time.
nothing.
And all of the all this stuff we dealing with in America is none of that's going on
Yeah.
in Uganda, man. When
Yeah.
they get up, you see people out in the farm, you
They
see people
hustling.
cooking, they hustling, they laughing, they dancing, you hear the music playing. You know, it's that kind of vibe and energy.
Yeah.
But anyway, Damali, to get
Yes.
back to the serious note, so that's kind of how this thing transpired. Damali, like I said, we've already scholarship 77 kids. Shout out to Pastor Stephen Caperi
Now, when you
and
guys
his wife Teddy.
when you guys do to go back to Africa,
We was gonna
Man.
be going back like next year, but we gonna see after this administration settle in. When they
Yeah.
settle in, then we gonna settle in. And,
you
and-
got to kind of see what's going on
But-
with that
Right.
for
But
real.
we still we bought them a big projector where they watch movies on Friday.
Yeah.
We just got a roof put on another house like a few weeks ago.
Yeah.
So we keep that relationship. And the beauty about it, you can go out to our website, you
Yeah.
go to our Facebook, you stroll back, you can see all of the stuff.
Yeah,
And
absolutely.
Pastor Caperi, how does he feel about all the stuff that you guys do?
Oh my
Man,
God!
Pastor
You know what?
Caperi's
We have a
incredible.
brother for life.
Right.
In Pastor Caperi. So his organization is Youth for Charity Missions. They call it Youth4Com for short. You can go on Facebook
look
and
at-
you can
check
look
them
and
out,
see what
see
they're
it.
doing. They're
It's
doing
legit.
some amazing things.
Oh, yeah.
And they even have a radio station over there.
And
How-
they have a radio station.
But they get up at like 4 in the morning or 3 in the morning, and we're like, we out. We're not going to the radio.
We couldn't make that. Would have to get up and leave at 4. And I just told him, I said, I just cannot entertain that right now. Y'all got to pray for me.
He said, "I
You got to
can't
bring in
entertain it."
all of the villagers.
Right.
Because for me to get up at 4 to travel,
Yeah.
then I'm going to try it next time, JB.
Yeah.
I promise I am. But I said, I am not Tom Joyner or Ricky Smiley.
We tried to make it shake, but
Yeah.
We tried to make it
you
shake.
know,
Nah.
I
Now,
think
we went live
still-
over there.
We did pull
We did
one
live
off.
video.
That night.
It was very little delay, and once we got the kinks worked out, I think it was really good
Yeah.
to see you guys live from Africa. It was just a beautiful thing. Fast forward, you guys went once, came back,
Yeah. Raise
started
money.
major fundraising.
Yep.
Now there are plans to go back again because that's the goal.
Yep.
But in the meantime, we're on African Experience 3.0.
3.0.
So what does that look like this weekend?
So African Experience 3.0 is going to be over the top. I am so excited. Y'all have no idea.
I haven't even been to the event center yet, and I'm like, I know they're
It's
going
going
crazy.
down.
Oh.
It's a monkey at the door. And a gorilla and a
Dude.
silverback at the door and a lion in the building. It's a lion and a cheetah. JB is in the
Listen,
building.
Don't believe Charles because one time I did
believe
want to
him.
bring
No.
really live monkeys and he told me I was not allowed to.
Look, man, JB is something alive in the building. Now, any
Well-
of y'all at the event center, if you book the event center, there's something alive.
Rumor
in the
has
event
it
center.
rumor has it Damali broke out that tiger from the zoo
Look,
a couple
it's
weeks ago.
something.
Listen, don't have them folks coming looking for me.
It's something alive. If
But
you
she
coming,
couldn't get it under control, so
Yeah,
she had to
gotta
let
send
it go.
back. You don't know how to act.
Man.
Come on, let's get to the
So-
before I give up what's in the event center. But it's something alive.
So this is the deal. So this is who we have, so we want to just share with you a little bit about the entrepreneurs that are going to be
Let's
represented
do it
on
because I
Saturday.
can't wait.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Okay, so. And I'll wait to do him last. So we have Jada Edwards Photography. She is a local
Yes.
photographer right here in community, and most people know her. Her husband is
That's
a
good stuff.
drummer. We have, of course, the 36th Street North Event Center and Party of the Year with all of the decor.
Decor.
That's going to be present. Jazzy Cakes.
Man.
They're doing the cake and all the cupcakes and all of that good stuff.
I think it's something special about her cakes.
Oh my God,
Everything
they are
is
amazing.
special.
Yeah.
Amazing. Okay, Nailed by Ann was going to be doing my nails. The food is going to be by Chef Chad Cherry and
Okay.
Chef Culture.
Okay, now what does this combo look like? Because this look crazy right here.
Let me tell you something.
Yeah.
Chef Chad
Yeah.
has sworn me to secrecy.
Beast mode.
But let me tell you this.
Hey, let me tell you.
It's called the African Experience
Oh,
for
man.
a reason.
Right.
So, but you got to be there to get the experience.
Gotta be there to
That's
get
all
it.
I can say. He swore me to secrecy.
Oh, my
Okay,
God.
the videographer is going to be Paid Wade.
Okay.
My hair is going to be done Styles by Keish, which is actually my daughter.
What's up, Keish?
Yeah,
What's
so
up,
she's
Keisha,
going to be
Keisha?
doing that. But the coup de grace
The coup de grace.
is going to be,
JB Smooth on the ones and twos, huh?
Yeah.
yes, that too.
That too.
No,
But
go ahead.
part two
No,
of
go
the
ahead
coup
for
de
real.
grace.
Drop the real bomb on
Yeah,
it one time.
it's
But you
going.
got Jay Friday.
No, Jay Friday.
Jay Friday.
Jay Friday
Jay
performing?
Fresh.
Jay Friday's gonna come on through.
Oh, my
and
Look,
he's
let me
God.
tell you something. Jay Friday
Yeah.
been going nuts lately.
Yeah,
Jay
Jay
Friday
Friday's
been
Once
on
it's like since he came back from Miami is in him, even though it's Greenwood is what he got on his back.
Exactly.
But he's been having a whole different kind of vibe
Yep.
with everything he do lately. Shout out
Yeah.
to Jay
Yeah,
Friday.
Jay Friday.
Yes.
He's in his bag right now.
He's-
So
unique.
what we're gonna do is have Jay Friday partner with
Oh.
Damola, the violinist. Now, if you don't know
It's about
who
to be
Damola,
crazy.
the violinist, is,
Better
Yeah.
find
you
out.
better ask somebody.
Yeah, Damola.
This dude is beast mode.
He gave me a run for my money last time.
He
been
did.
DJing.
So they did a battle. JB
Yeah.
and Damola did a battle.
Man.
And so we would just throw out a song, or JB would play a song and Damola would play the song, just like impromptu.
I love his energy, man. He
Oh, it
is
was amazing.
When it comes to black violinists, you come across some guys that are just special. And his energy and his
Yeah.
artistry is top tier. He can play anything you ask him to play,
Anything.
and he is an entertainer most of all.
And just go look
Yes.
him up. Instagram, Facebook, anywhere. Just put Damola. How you spell it so the people can go check him out?
It's Demola.
Go to Instagram.
Damola, the violinist. He is, I'm telling you guys, he is amazing.
Yeah, Damola.
You are totally gonna love him. His personality. I mean, like he even
His story.
And then his story. So the reason I chose him was because he is from Lagos, Nigeria.
Right.
That's
Yeah.
where he hails from. And his talent is what actually got him to the United States. And so I actually did an interview, and if you go to World One Development, you'll be able to see the interview, or maybe on my page, Damali Wilson. But you'll be able to see the interview that I did with him last year, where I asked him the question, why is it so important for Americans or for people to sow into the kids in Africa? And he answered the question basically saying, a lot of kids don't even realize their talent. They don't have the money or the means
Right.
to realize their talent. And when they get that opportunity, then they become something like what he has become. He ended up being a part of the World Orchestra, which I didn't even know there was
Now
such a
think
thing.
about this, y'all. JB playing a little bit now.
Yeah.
Go ahead and turn that up, Jay.
Yeah.
So-
He's on that Gap Band too.
Yes.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
This is a clip of him playing outstanding. Looks like in New York City somewhere.
Yeah.
But he's killing it. He make that violin
He's a
sing.
beast.
I recorded doing the electric slide. I'm going to post it later, y'all. Let me tell y'all something. This is going to be the best treat. There's a lot of good stuff going in Tulsa, so I'm not taking nothing from anything.
Right.
But this is going to be truly a treat at the events, and the next high-level black excellence on steroids
Yeah.
is going to be at the 36th Street North event. So you got JB Smooth on the ones and twos. You got Damola. You got Jay Friday. You got April, Angie, and Damali doing the wobble. No, I'm just playing. But anyway,
That's
You
a
know it's
given.
there?
the
That's a given.
food, the atmosphere. Put on your black and gold, or at least your black.
Yeah.
And we're going to have a good time, y'all.
We are going to have a blast. So, you guys, if you want to get a ticket, then let me know. You can just hit me up at World One Development, or you can hit me up on my social media at Damali Wilson, and we will make that happen.
I'm going to go
But
to the
remember,
live.
it is a fundraiser. It is a fundraiser. We're raising money so we can send more kids to school, and we're going to split that fundraiser between Kamuli, Uganda, and EduRec Youth and Family Fund Center, because we want a scholarship from kids into summer camp this summer.
Absolutely. Let's go to the live, Damali. What you got
Let's
on the
go
live?
to the live and see what is happening on the live. Let's see. Tamika says the flight to Africa just about killed me.
Oh,
Charles
man.
is crazy. Eli said y'all could have done all that in Okmulgee and had the same experience.
It be your own people.
It be your own people. Lori said, wow, this is unbelievable. Thanks for sharing. Eli, stop it. Eli said, I can bring a few roaches and put spots on them.
Oh, you better cut it out.
As leopards and some mosquitoes that are very large enough to play as monkeys. We can turn up. Eli, you coming to the party?
Eli, are you coming? Isaiah, what's going on? CDF, our friend.
Hey, Isaiah.
Thanks for tuning in. He actually also scholarship 10 kids.
He did. Thank
enter
you.
our
Thank
spring
you
break
so
camp.
much.
And man,
we
that
got to
went
drop one of them
directly.
bombs with him
Yes.
right there.
Yeah.
Yes.
Got to drop him some bombs on that for sure.
Yes,
So let's
yes.
do this, and then we'll switch gears. Damali, you're going to be tuning in to the show. You know they're going to see this because right now it's probably 1, 2 in the morning over there.
Yep.
But just your best experience out of Uganda, and give a shout out to Pastor Caperi and all them, Pastor Caperi and his wife Teddy, as to what we get ready to do this weekend.
So my best experience in Uganda was on Youth Day.
On Youth Day.
Youth Day, there were probably 500 or 600 kids out there, and we are not exaggerating. And if you don't believe us, go and look
to
at the
video.
pictures.
Right.
And the video. And just being able to touch those kids and, and my little guy, Keet. Yes, my little guy, Keet.
You put a Keet picture out?
I am going to put Keet's picture out.
Man.
But Keet followed me around the entire time I was there. He was like my little guardian angel. And it seemed like no matter where we showed up, and of course, there was no memo saying, hey, we're going to be here. Keet was there.
He was there no matter what.
Right. So that was my most favorite experience. To Pastor Caperi and Teddy and my entire family over there in Uganda. I love you guys. I am so excited to be able to do this for you, and some money is on the way.
Just like that. And I'll say my favorite experience before we go to break, and we're going to come back and talk about the great events in the festival season that's going to be happening right here in Tulsa. My event, my favorite experience may have been Kiki, because we was there for 7 days, y'all. And this is kind of heartfelt. And so it was time for us to get ready to go. So every time we have to leave the village to go back to our hotel, we have to load up in the van, right?
Yep.
And so, man, it was like dawn, and we had to get in the van. And we going down this gravel road, and we kind of riding for a little bit, and we kind of talking, not long, but maybe a couple minutes. I look by the van, and guess who's like in the ditch running right by the van?
He ain't playing.
He ain't playing.
It's Kiki.
My guardian
Kiki
angel.
knew he was leaving, and he had to run beside the van, waving and smiling with tears in his eyes. I mean, for probably a mile. And I don't know what that would do to you if a 5 or 6 year old
he was
that
6
you
at the time.
impact him in a way that they run by. We on the van, and he is running with all he got.
Yeah.
Because we got to get ready to go.
Yeah.
So that right there is always in my heart. And Kiki's getting older now.
Yeah,
he's
is.
doing good because the Damali got him a
He's doing
scholarship.
good. Yeah.
We see him now. He getting smarter. He getting bigger. He doing some push-ups. That's my big experience.
Yeah.
Pastor Caperi, Teddy, and the family over there, Christine, one of my favorites,
Yeah.
Silver, one
Yeah.
of my favorites, Ugatu?
Huh?
Oguti.
Oguti.
Yeah, Oguti.
Yeah.
Oguti.
Charlie.
Oguti.
Watch out, Charlie.
Y'all
Oguti,
crazy.
Sandra, who else?
Yes.
I mean, it just means
It's
it's
just
going to
so
mean the world.
many,
There's
yeah.
so many people that I can name. But anyway, we're going to take a break, but that's my favorite experience. When we come back, festival season is getting ready in Tulsa, Oklahoma 2025, and we finna give you some of them high points because these singers are always calling us. Can I get on the stage?
Yeah,
Can I
how-
get a
how
ticket?
can I get-
be a vendor? Can I get some chips, chicken? We're going to answer some of that next, y'all. KBOB 89.9 FM, World One Development, News You Can Use, Charles and Damali, and we'll be back, y'all.
The 36th Street North Event Center is proud to kick off another great season of social gatherings with family and friends. And no matter what the size of your next event, the 36th Street North Event Center has you covered. From event decor to live DJs, even catering, and a world-class sound and lighting system, 36th Street North has your event covered. We offer a state-of-the-art event booking and planning process from start to finish. And whether you're hosting 100 or 1,000, 36th Street North Event Center is the premier event center of North Tulsa, located at 1125 East 36th Street North. Share the experience at 36th Street North Event Center and see why we are the #1 choice for upscale events. From weddings to birthdays, corporate functions, holiday parties, and so much more. Visit us today at 36thEventCenter.com.
or call and reserve your spot at 918-200-9046.
Are you or someone you know just as involved? Are you or someone you know in need of support services? Don't worry, Fitting Back In got you covered. We offer life skill workshops, career development, job search, substance abuse counseling, and more. We are located at 2120 North Harvard Avenue, Tulsa, Oklahoma, 74115. Give us a call at 918-592-3500. Follow us at Fitting Back In Tulsa. Also, visit us on our website for services at www.fittingbackininc.org. Our services are available only in Tulsa County. KBOB 89.9 FM World One Development News you can use, Charles and Damali, and we are back.
We are back, and guess what, y'all?
What?
We about to roll into
Yeah.
festival season. Yes,
Don't nobody
I love
do it.
this time of year.
Nobody do it like T-Town
Boy.
Festival Time. Let me tell you that right now. Tell me another city.
It's going down in the town.
It's going down in the town, Damali.
Yes.
Now, this is the time that you get your pen and your pad out. This is all the time you go and start breaking your piggy banks now. Because if you're not in Tulsa, you might have to get a few coins, but this stuff is not super expensive.
Right.
You know, so it's going to be just what you need for you and your family.
Listen, y'all better be getting tank top ready.
Uh-oh.
Tank top ready.
I heard the weather's supposed to be really gorgeous this year.
Yes,
supposed to be
that's what
right.
I
It's
heard.
Like
good,
60s and 70s and 80s every day.
So then that means y'all better get into the gym, get you some guns, get the gun show going.
Get the gun show. JB,
Yeah.
you working out? What you got going?
Yeah, I'm on this 30-day regimen, man. I'm pulling down these pounds, man.
Okay.
I'm on it.
Come on.
Telling you.
And that's it. Look, Corey did. The number one to say is tank top season. You know,
Yeah.
Big Root, definitely.
Tank
Big Root,
top
our team,
ready.
the NYUC. For me, I've been working out with my daughter for like a month and a half because her birthday is actually tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
Happy birthday.
In getting her ready, I got an ab and a half. I got
Okay.
an ab and a half. JB
Okay.
moving to my
Yeah.
ab and a half.
Come on, come
Not
on.
one and a
Find the
half.
other 4.5. First.
I'm looking for the other 6.
The model what we got coming up.
So listen, the very first festival that's going to be popping off is going to be Mayfest.
Mayfest.
That's going to be happening May 9th through 11th, and we are going to be hosting on the main
Hey,
stage.
hey. Yep.
Yes. We are, so they are still looking for volunteers. I believe that next week, Corey Taylor III is going to be on the
He's
show.
gonna be live in the building next week, so make sure y'all tune in.
So if you want any additional information before Corey gets in on the show, go to TulsaMayfest.org.
Talk about getting in shape. The number one thing they kind of signing people up for, I know, is the 5K run. Now, I can't sign up for that yet.
Not doing a
Now,
5K
I can run a quarter. I can run 100 yards or something. But 5K, JB,
Nope,
Yeah.
not doing
I'm
it.
I
good.
won't.
I'm good. I'll holler at you.
I get on
Yeah.
the bike. I get on the motorcycles and get the people that water. You know how the
Yeah,
people
yeah.
Or be at a stopping point. You're going to wave at the stop point.
Like, hey, I'm here. I'm
Now,
supporting y'all. Keep going. You got
5K.
this.
Maybe I'll run.
I'm there for more support.
Now, let me tell you
Exactly.
something. Now, one thing I know
I'll
about
be there for the
Tulsa,
comments.
for the people that do run, people in Tulsa like to run.
Yeah, they don't play.
That's what I do know. So for y'all that's getting ready for that 5K, go to the website because they signing up for that now. Because one thing I know about Tulsa, JB,
The
folks like
city,
running.
the city is really set up for 5K runs, and when they do it, not only do you got the support of the organizer of the event, but the city itself, the police, the first responders, everybody's involved, and they always make sure everybody's safe too.
I know. Let me ask you this: you think they'll let us do like a relay? Like
Yeah.
I start out, I'm good for 1K.
Yeah.
Pass it to Damali.
Yep.
She run a K.
I
Maybe
think
give
we
it
need
to
to keep
April
that under
and-
wraps until you go see the people about that, because that sounds like a
see
good.
the people.
And
That sound
then-
like a whole nother
No, hold on,
competition.
they ain't gonna know.
It do.
It'll be boy. See, I just said something.
See,
The
there you
5K
go.
relay.
Okay.
They ain't never had no
Y'all,
relay.
A 5K relay.
As long as you, the rules are, as long as you don't hit nobody across the back of the head when you pass the
Man,
baton.
yeah, you
Right.
better not do that. I
That's
saw
it.
that on TV. That was hilarious. But anyway, Mayfest, May the 9th through the 11th. It goes on downtown
Mayfest.
Tulsa.
Mayfest is the
Downtown.
first one.
Mayfest
Yeah,
is the
Mayfest
first
is
one.
Good weekend to kick off. May
Yeah.
12th.
Whoa.
May 29th. What is that?
May 9th.
May 9th. I'm
Through
sorry.
11th.
And
Through
we
the
hosted,
11th.
man. It was so many. Who was it? It was
Yeah.
King Cabbage and
Oh my God, that was so fun.
man, it was Majesty Pearson. It was
Yeah.
Tony Mason. It was your boy Steph Simon and
You know what? It's funny because on some of these, when we got the lineup, I was like, "Who are these people?" But then when I got there and we were there listening to these
taking
bands,
it.
I'm like, "Man, I've been sleeping on some of these people."
man, look.
These bands are amazing.
We're going to start posting videos as we get closer from last year because there were just thousands and thousands of people. But I'm going to tell you my highlight.
What was that?
Chicken on the stick.
Yeah.
Funnel cake.
It always goes back
lemonade.
to the food.
Don't hate on me. I'm talking like
It
Donald
always
Trump.
For
A
sure.
corn dog.
I'm with you. All
Was you
of
with
the
me?
above.
All of the above.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me tell y'all something. And
It was good, though.
And it was like thousands of people eating. They just had all these benches with trash cans because there wasn't nothing but gums bumping and trash
Yeah.
going into the
You
trash
didn't
can.
mention the Chicken Delight from Freddy's, though. I think it's Freddy's.
Freddy
Man,
Chicken Delight.
yeah.
The Chicken Delight on the pita bread.
Yeah, and then what I did is me and
Life-changing.
Damali
Okay.
said we was gonna take a break, and by the time I ate that, I took a break. I broke out of that and went home. So Mayfest, watch all that good food because if that chicken grease get in your system
It's
and that
over.
funnel cake and you get the lick in your mouth, it might be over.
It's over.
Mayfest.
Well,
get ready.
Mayfest kicks off the season, but the next big one after that is the Black
What you got?
Wall Street Bike Rally.
And you know that's my jam.
Oh my God, we're talking
That is
about
my jam.
something that has grown into a mega monster.
Yeah.
So if you guys know the history, you guys know that I rode motorcycles, and once I started working with World One Development, Charles and Bishop Cooper, and I'm
yeah.
calling them out,
That
both,
made you put your bike down.
they took my keys.
Where
They
is
wouldn't
that
let me
bike
ride.
at now?
I sold it.
You sold it?
Yes.
Sell that.
Regrets.
Number
Right.
one, JB.
regrets.
Number one,
She
you
had
too
buyer's
little
remorse.
to have a katana like $750. I'm like, that's a grown man's
I was
bike.
right.
Okay.
I was riding it just fine before I met y'all.
Suggestions now, Damali, are go get you a bagger.
Get you-
Everybody's riding baggers, and I mean whether it be Harley or Indian, you can't go wrong.
I'm thinking I'm gonna go with the 3-wheeler.
Yeah. Oh, you gonna trike it?
But anyway, we ain't gonna talk about
Nice.
y'all. The Black Wall Street Rally happens May 15th
See, he's trying to
through the
avoid the
17th.
issue.
What else we got going on?
It kicks off May
These
15th
women
through the
come here
17th,
about
and
that.
guess what? The headlining band is none other than the greatest band in the land, Zap.
Zap.
Zap will be headlining on the Old School Concert Saturday, May
Yes.
17th, along with, get this, Jubu Smith
Man.
from the legendary
Legendary.
Maze and Frankie Beverly
Yeah.
Band and PC Band
PC Band.
out of Memphis, Tennessee.
Yep. It's
Come on,
about to go
Tulsa.
down.
And the show is produced by Black Wall Street Media Group.
It's going
And
down.
guess
So-
who's going to be the host for a couple of those?
and we guessed it right. The news you can use, very own
Squad.
Charles Harper and Damali Wilson will be hosting on both stages. From what I'm told, it's going to be epic, and they're going to have all kind of giveaways and free
I'm
stuff for
drinking
y'all.
water. Drinking water right now be hot.
I know, right? We got to get our stuff together. Yeah, we got to start drinking water.
So that is kicks off May 15th.
May 15th.
Bikers come in, get locked in, hotels, whatever. The 16th is all day on Greenwood. Then things shift around to BMX Park at 7 o'clock
Yeah.
Oh, I tell
on
you.
that
And
Saturday.
I'm telling y'all, if y'all haven't seen some of these bikes that are out here,
Oh,
like
The
some of
sickness.
these bikes have the best sound system that you ever heard in your life.
Right.
That's on a
And
motorcycle.
DD Sounds is going to be here too. That's one
Yeah.
of the premier companies that not only do they do the sound competition, but if you need sound stuff installed, they,
They
do
right
it on
there.
the spot.
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
And what I like about it too is it's partying with a purpose.
Yep.
Because it's about financial literacy. It's about the history of Greenwood.
Yes.
So it's going to be a lot of breakout sessions and panel discussions so you can get that. Because a lot of people when they come, they will, I want to learn about Black Wall Street. I want to learn this. So we'll be covering a lot of that. So it's still partying with a good cause. D9.
Yeah,
Gonna have a day.
D9's
So
gonna be
y'all
there.
get
That
ready
was-
to get your little gear together.
That was the real big thing. Yeah.
was.
People coming. You got doctors, lawyers, professionals,
Professional people. Yeah.
motorcycle clubs, social clubs coming from all over.
All over.
All because of Black Wall Street and what Greenwood stands for.
Yeah.
It ain't about it's not about who's got the freshest bike.
Right.
It's about motorcycle riders coming together
Black excellence.
to celebrate the culture and the heritage of what Greenwood stands for.
Yep.
Because as you know, everybody's trying to do that everywhere in other communities.
Yep.
Right.
There's a Greenwood here. There's a Greenwood in Mississippi. There's a Greenwood in Atlanta. There's Greenwood in North Carolina now.
Right.
So to represent what Greenwood stands for
The
and take
original.
it back to your hometown,
Yeah.
and try to not it's not emulation or duplication or imitation.
Right.
It's really like you said, Tulsa's the blueprint.
There you go.
Greenwood is the blueprint, the business model, and people are starting to realize that.
Right.
Come here, take it back home, and re-execute.
Yeah.
Just like that.
Beautiful
So,
thing.
Uncle Brian says, Damali, when I get my slingshot, you can ride with me. Thank you, Uncle Brian.
Uncle Brian, yes, she can ride with you. And when you done riding, drop her back off at the event center. She can definitely, Uncle Brian, I totally agree. Hey, look, welcome to the show. Kool-Aid is in the building.
Hey.
Miss Ernestine Brew, she
Hey,
says she
Miss
loves
Brew.
watching, and we love you too. But again, we letting y'all know about the festival season that's kicking off. Here's the ticket. If you coming to the rally, you might need to get your hotel or your Airbnb like yesterday.
Yeah.
I can
Yeah,
tell
you
that
might
right
be
now.
too late.
If
You
not,
might be.
there's gonna be cots on one of these highways with a blanket and a jug of water.
Right.
Because let me tell you something, but I can't even really describe the Black Wall Street rally energy. You have to come to Tulsa.
Man,
you
you
have
gotta
to come
feel
to
it.
Greenwood. You gotta feel it. The food, the family, the energy, the music. Ain't no drama. You know, when you see brothers pull up, they got their truck is clean, the trailer with the bike in it is
Matches.
clean,
Yeah.
and then I mean, they be like, this is 100,000, that's 150,000, and that's 100, and you don't know what all they gonna pull out.
What about the RV?
Yeah.
Last
Man,
year.
the RVs be sick. They be pulling
Yeah.
up in houses, y'all. So
Yeah.
let me
Yeah.
tell you something. If you've never been here, this is a great time to come.
Yes.
So, Damali, what are some of the dates? Vendors. Now, the vendor spots close on April 11th. Well, April 11th
Uh-huh.
was when the vendor spots close. So you still got a little bit of time there.
Yeah.
Beginning April 15th with the comedy show.
Mm-hmm.
So hey, it's not just going. It's going to be a comedy show going on. The festival portion begins on May 16th, like DJ JB Smooth said, at noon with the opening ceremony. The mayor and our community leaders all
Yeah.
going to be up on the stage to
right.
welcome you to our city. The first black mayor ever
Yes.
in the history of Tulsa is going to be on the stage to welcome the bike rally people, the participants, and the community to our city.
It's gonna be dope. I'm telling you.
So for
guys,
more
we're gonna have a
information
time.
on the rally, you need to go to blackwallstreetrally.com.
Yes.
Anyone that registers for the rally is admitted into all the events and festivities absolutely free.
Right.
Paid registration gets you into all the weekend events
a
absolutely
lot.
free, including the concerts.
And please put some change in your pocket because you definitely want to get some merch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One
Yes,
thing you
you
have a
gotta get
lot
merch.
of
Yes.
is great merch. Damali,
Gotta get the merch.
you and JB, your favorite Zap song before we switch gears. I just want to know what
Computer
your
love.
favorite. Ooh. Computer
Yeah,
love
that
is yours.
would have been mine.
What's
but
yours?
let's see.
Thin line
See what-
between love and hate.
Thin
line.
line. Yes. What else?
Chocolate City.
More
Chocolate
bounce to the
City,
ounce, Chocolate
more
City.
bounce, boom, boom,
Like
boom, to
everything
the
that they done ever
ounce.
made. How
Man,
about
let me tell you, Zap about to go nuts, y'all. Y'all better
Man, I can't wait.
get down here.
Not wait.
Yes.
Where do you go
Crazy.
again to the website for all other information?
blackwallstreetrally.com. That's
Get there, y'all.
blackwallstreetrally.com.
All right.
All right, and y'all know it's a Black Wall Street movement. So the next festival is going to be the Black Wall Street Legacy Fest.
Yes.
On my
indeed.
birthday.
On your
May
birthday.
31st,
May
JB's
31st.
How does that
birthday.
happen?
Yes, it's going down. So there's more information coming soon. But if you want to find out or if you want to figure out how to get signed up as a volunteer or an artist for this particular event, then you can go to blackwallstreetlegacyfest.com
Right.
in order to get signed up.
Shout out to Dr. Tiffany Crutcher, man.
If I
She
told
did a
y'all who
great
I
job
heard
with
was
her and her
coming,
team.
boy, y'all be
Don't say it.
upset.
Don't say it.
So
Don't
follow.
say it.
I ain't gonna say it. I ain't
Yeah,
gonna
don't
say
say
it.
Yeah, everybody been texting me, when can I get it? So when you want to try to be a performer or you want to be a vendor or however you want to participate, go to the website because once they start posting, everything is going to be there. Your VIP bracelets,
Yeah,
all
all
that
that.
stuff that you need,
All
it all
of
will
that.
be right
And this
there.
is gonna be one to remember because the mayor has proclaimed that
Yes.
weekend,
Come on.
Yes.
that June 1st,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
which is the day after May 31st, the official, what is it, Black Wall Street Massacre Weekend.
Yes.
Right.
What is the
So
official
it's a-
name for the proclamation?
I don't have the. I didn't
It's
bring
going to be
that
like
with me today.
observance day.
Yeah,
Yes,
it's like-
That's how
observe.
we're
It's
gonna observe
observed.
the
It's
Yeah,
an
the
actual
observe it.
holiday.
Yeah.
Actual holiday now.
Yeah.
So that we can never forget, we can celebrate, we can talk about how we move forward.
Tell
That way we
French
don't have
Shell
to like,
said you can say it, JB.
You
No, he
said-
can't, French
No, you
Shell. Don't encourage
say,
him.
See, French Shell.
I ain't gonna do that because I don't want to break no contract.
And you won't be in a doghouse.
Yeah.
Yeah, but let
Yeah,
me tell
that's
you
nice.
something. Just to relive it just a little bit, last year they had Anthony Hamilton.
Anthony
Oh,
Hamilton. That
my
was star-studded.
God.
And it was
Sister,
over.
what's your favorite song, Charles? Sister Big Bone.
Can a brother walk you home? You know what I'm talking about, y'all? Don't play with no Anthony Hamilton, man. He showed up and showed out, and all the other artists did great.
Yeah, they did a great job
as well.
Everybody.
But man, that was just that's the high level, my highest moment
Yeah.
with
Yeah.
Anthony Hamilton, and then my little cousin Tamori getting a chance to shake his hand and hang out
Exactly.
with him. I
That
know
was
Kiki
cool.
Y did her stuff the day before and
Yeah.
all that, but that was still just my highlight. Okay,
No, that
what
was
that
Juneteenth,
name?
actually.
Juneteenth.
Yeah.
That was
You're
Juneteenth,
absolutely
yeah.
right. You're absolutely right.
Okay.
With H-Town and Kiki
so,
Wyatt.
Speaking of that,
Uh-oh.
the
Juneteenth
next
is next.
festival is Juneteenth.
Juneteenth.
That's going to be happening June 18th through the 21st.
Right.
Yes.
Let's be outside, y'all.
Man, we going to be outside.
I can hear Corey D
from
now.
May 9th to June 21st. We're going to
Yeah.
be outside.
We're going to be outside. That's a lot of outside,
May
y'all.
9th through June 21st.
And I'm just being honest, y'all. Right now, just start coming out the house in the morning. Go ahead and walk you a couple blocks.
Exactly.
Get your treadmill, walk a little bit. Because let me tell y'all something. It do get hot. People do fall out sometimes. Drink your water. You got to get into some kind of shape because you're going to be dancing all night. All your dance moves from the 80s and the 70s and the 90s. And then you look up and you're dizzy. So we don't want that to happen. So get in some kind of shape. Eat your fruits and vegetables and drink
Right.
you some water because we want everybody to have a good time, but yet be healthy and
Be
whole,
safe,
right? And
yeah.
be safe at the same
Be
time.
safe.
Can we add one more
We
Uh-oh.
can.
show to the festival
What's that?
season?
What's that?
And it is Jazz on the Green with
Jazz on the Green.
none other than Michael Fields Jr.
Oh, my God.
That's
Yes.
absolutely right.
I
He
love
is
Michael
on his
Fields.
sixth,
on
I
the
believe,
Green.
6th year of his
Yep.
festival. And this year, the lineup is, I'm going to just tell you, T-Rush is on the bill this year.
Yes, my girl.
Hank Bilal,
Yeah.
Michael Fields Jr., Nathan Mitchell, some jazz greats.
Yes.
And when they show up at the park, man, it is like, oh my
It's
God.
crazy, man. Yeah.
It's just a family.
What day is that?
I know this is down the line. It's August 9th, but it's Saturday, August
Right
9th
after.
Right.
Right.
on Guthrie
Jazz on the
Green.
Green.
Jazz on the Green, Tulsa.com for more info on that. It is all absolutely free. So mark your calendars.
So you just extended that. So we're outside May 9th through August. What?
He done took us all the way
August
to
9th,
school
and we may be outside again between there. We'll have to keep looking for more details.
It's
We're going to let
going
y'all
on.
know. We're going to let y'all
It
know.
might be a trail ride pop up. You never know.
start.
Right?
All right, y'all. We're going to take a break because we got some Hump Day hot topics coming up. The boycott been working. And what are we going to do about the Social Security? People been working all
Interesting.
their life. What are these government doing to mess with our money? Because the one thing we know, people don't like folks to play with their money.
They
We're
don't
gonna
play with
take
their
a break.
money.
When we come back, it's going to be our Hump
They
Day
don't
hot
play
topics.
with my money.
Right here on
Yes, it's bingo night.
Bingo.
And the money right. Bingo. It's bingo night. Oh, what a night.
Oh, what a night.
Every first and third Tuesday, starting February 4th, it's bingo night at 36th Street North Event Center. Bingo night. Bingo nights at 36th Street North Event Center. Every first and third Tuesday, with lots of cash and prizes to be given away. Doors will open at 6 p.m. and sessions start at 7 and 8 p.m. Game packs starting at only $25. And you could win big. 36th Street North Event Center, 1125 East 36th Street North. Bingo nights. So grab your auntie and uncles and enjoy bingo nights at the 36th Street North Event Center. Concessions and refreshments will be available. And bingo nights at 36th Street North can be enjoyed in a smoke-free environment. Bingo night every first and third Tuesday starting February 4th at 36th Street North Event Center. For more information, call 918-200-9046. Bingo Nights is presented by the 36th Street North Event Center and NYCU.FM. Cash and prizes are based on minimum attendance requirements.
EduRec is the place where education and recreation meets. At EduRec, we have a host of programs such as Spring Break Camp, Summer Camp, and After School. We also have Black History Saturdays. It's located at 5424 North Madison Avenue. To donate, sponsor, or volunteer for any of our programs at EduRec, go to edurectulsa.com. Call EduRec today at 918-430-3947. And you can also visit us on any of our social media platforms at EduRec Tulsa. EduRec Tulsa, where education and recreation meet.
Ladies and gentlemen,
The all new KBOB 89.9 FM, Black on Black Community Radio.
And now it's time for the Hump Day Hot Topics with Charles and Damali.
hey, guess what day it is? Hump Day! Hump Day! It's Hump Day!
Hey, Mike. Mike.
That's what day it is!
It's the Hump Hump Day Hot Topics on news you can use.
Mike.
And we are back. Hump Day Hot Topics. Damali, what do we have?
Hump Day Hot Topic. So our first hot topic is the Social Security Administration. Many proposed changes are worrying advocates.
Wow.
It says the Trump administration has announced a flurry of changes at the agency that administers Social Security. Among those changes are plans to cut thousands of jobs, close offices, and enact new policy, including more stringent identity checks that could require in-person office visits. Advocates warn that sweeping moves could lead to seniors and people with disabilities having a harder time to get help with their crucial benefits.
This who y'all voted for.
JB, it's funny. This is who y'all voted for. This is what you wanted.
This is what you got, boy. Y'all asked for it. It is coming down the pipeline.
Coming down the pipe.
Yeah, my biggest thing is when I think about Damali, like the veterans, and when I think about Social Security, to me, that's people that they put their time in. Mm-hmm. And I just don't think you play with people that don't put their time in.
Oh,
you know
man.
what I'm talking
Right.
about? Be different, with the newbies like us, a little bit. But when you got somebody that worked somewhere for 20, 30,
Social
40
Security,
years.
Yeah.
You don't play with them older people's money because that's their nest egg. That is their guaranteed way of living.
Right.
And if you cut that off, what do they have?
Yeah.
You can't go back and work.
Can't go back to work?
Right. And then you're cutting the jobs for the people who administer.
Yeah.
So those folks thought that they had a nice, cushy job. They were
yeah.
going to be sitting here forever. Now, some of them are kind of mean, so they might not need to be there anyway, because you have to have a better temperament to be able to deal with some of these folks. But still, at the end of the day, that's why you chose to work in a certain field.
Right.
Because you know that those jobs are going to be there and be available. So to be cutting jobs, it's
Because imagine being 50, 55 years old and you set to retire at 62.
Right.
You've been waiting on it. You already
Yep.
been working about 35, and now instead of retiring in 50 years, they talking about we finna cut you. So that right there, right off the top, affecting your Social Security.
I hope this
You
isn't
got
true with the
penalties.
Social Security deal. That's going to be major.
Look,
We'll
I
see.
think we're gonna have more information, but
Let's
it's
pray.
our job to keep you posted. So that is one of our Hump Day
I don't
Hot
get
Topics.
Social Security, but we know a lot of people who do.
We know a lot of
Uncle
people
Brian
that do.
said, I'm going to be screwed if SSI is cut.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's that. I mean, but here's the ticket. Here's the problem, JB and Damali. You paid into that.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? It ain't like you just giving me something.
Right.
I paid into
into
this
it,
for 30, 40. I paid into it, and I'm getting back what's due to me.
Exactly.
Man, I just think they need a lot of this other crazy stuff they doing. Okay, but I just think Social Security is one of them that they really need to consider. You don't need these people that play Monopoly with folks' money like Elon Musk and some of these people.
Exactly.
You don't do that.
Right.
With people's Social Security like that.
Yeah, it's crazy.
All right.
All right,
keep it
here's
posted.
another one. So Target employee bonuses are going to be slashed.
Yeah.
They're saying that Target has announced it will reduce bonuses for salaried employees due to weak consumer spending.
I don't know anybody who works at Target.
And
I know a couple people.
say it,
We
JB.
know people
I don't know
everywhere.
anybody.
What they're saying is the employees will receive 87% of their eligible 2024
Sorry.
bonuses, which is a sharp decline from the previous year when workers received 100% of their bonuses, with some even seeing double-digit payouts.
Yeah.
They're also saying, CEO of Target is saying that the fresh produce imports from Mexico, specifically bananas, avocados, and strawberries, will be directly affected by those tariffs that are going to lead to higher prices. So, yeah.
For me, man, look, I haven't been, and this is how you got to watch what you do. I have not even thought about going to Target.
I haven't either.
I mean, it's not, it's like it's off my radar, like in my brain. So
Right.
I think that, and it's not about DEI and all that. It's all about how you decide to treat somebody.
Exactly.
Hey, I don't care about the DEI, because the DEI, we wouldn't benefit nowhere. It's just that how you decide to sit and treat somebody based on what somebody else is doing. Like we've been, how Damali, we've been friends. Now somebody decide to do something. Now it's like we ain't been friends for 5, 10, 15
Right.
years. And
Right.
when you willing, and the people willing to sit on the sideline, JB, and let that just go and don't say nothing unless it's all
Right.
right, then you just as guilty.
I do want to go back and give just a little bit of credit. They are trying to cut Social Security numbers of people who they say are deceased or over 120 years old. They're not just going back messing with everybody's Social Security. Just so for clarity, that's the numbers that they're going to cut. At least that's what they're saying they're cutting.
I don't trust them.
Yeah.
You start nipping off. It's like eating a piece of good cake. I ain't gonna eat that much. I'm gonna eat half.
Yeah.
Right.
Next
And
thing
then
you know, ain't nothing.
it's gone.
Everything, and then you're gonna throw away the evidence. But
Right.
we'll keep you posted, y'all.
Yeah.
So, and let me just mention another point. So, not only you were talking about the DEI initiatives with Target, and because of that, people have been pulling back and not spending their money with Target, but they're also in the middle of a lawsuit because shareholders have filed a lawsuit against Target because they said that Target alleged that they concealed the risks tied to its DEI efforts. So, the state of Florida has also filed a similar lawsuit. So they're in all kinds of trouble.
There's all kind of stuff going on, but that's why you don't play with people, because the one thing you can always do is hit people in the pocket. And like I say, I'm not now for the people I know that work at Target, no problem with y'all because it don't have nothing to do with y'all. Y'all
Right.
didn't make the decision, but I am not
all
pulling
love.
up in Target. No time.
I
soon.
don't pull up to Target. I
ain't
don't
gonna
shop
think
there.
about it.
I don't.
at all.
It's not a.
You can't now come back and go. I'm sorry. No. You said what you said.
You said what you
You
said.
said what you said.
And
You said it with your chest.
You said
and
what
to
your
top
chest.
it off, the ice cream on the cake, Elon Musk's approval rating is through the floor right now.
Man, not the roof. This
All
man
polls
done said-
show his rating is through the floor. Everything he's doing, all this money he donated in the beginning of the election, and all this trickery that he made,
All that
moves he
trickery.
made to get in a position of power with Donald Trump. And it's kind of like Donald Trump is just sitting back. Well, yeah, guys, it's all good.
Being dumb.
It is what it is.
Yeah.
Let him do his thing.
Yeah.
But we'll see how it turns
See
out.
where it goes.
I think what you got is you got 2 billionaires that's within the 1% of the world.
Right.
Who can you relate to?
I think one is a
than-
billionaire.
Both are billionaires. So how can you relate? Who can you relate to? Think about it. You got 2 billionaires trying to decide what's best for a country when you only really deal with 1% or less than that of the world.
They don't have a
That's
clue what
what
the
you
other
did.
99
You are
Yeah,
super
exactly.
clueless.
Clueless.
Your everyday decisions, you don't even know what it even feels like to be some of these people when you even mention somebody's Social Security. Because nobody in your family never even have to think about it. So
Right.
I just think that, people think, well, good business is going to do this, but that's rich folks.
Well, Charles, I'll tell you what. We're going to get back to it in a minute.
Okay, so
that?
in better news.
Better news.
Come on.
There
man.
is a 13-year-old young man who has been accepted into Morehouse,
Uh-oh.
who was inspired by Dr. Martin Luther King. Said 13-year-old Josepher Suddeth is the newest man of Morehouse after being accepted to his dream school.
Hey.
He received offers from several HBCUs, including Tennessee State University and Miles College. He is currently a gifted student at the Hills Academy in Georgia. His mother said he's always been gifted, that he started talking. Check this out. He started talking at 9 months old and began reading before he turned 2. By the time he turned 3, he was already an author, according to his school's Facebook page.
Oh, my goodness.
He's presently enrolled in dual courses at Augusta Technical College, where he has completed 27 credit hours and has an outstanding 3.88 GPA. He said that being a student of Morehouse College has been a dream of his since he was 4 years old, after learning that Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. attended Morehouse.
Man, that is
Isn't that
awesome.
exciting?
That is exciting.
You know what?
13.
He got his boots on the ground.
We needed a feel-good story tomorrow.
Yes.
And that's a good, because that let you know we got some young geniuses that's floating
Absolutely.
around here that deserves the same opportunity that everybody else gets.
And
That's
we've
what you
been
call
to Morehouse.
doing it moving.
And we went to
Hey,
Morehouse,
the
so we
fan.
know how it go down. I'm going to do the dance.
okay.
Festival season. Y'all know for that fan. You got your fan, Damali?
I got my fan.
What did I say? Where the who's at?
Where the fans at?
Where the fans at?
Where them fans at? Hey. Okay. All right, let's stop.
I'm
What we
back
supposed to be-
focused.
Yeah, we
Come
gotta
on.
get focused. Okay, all right. Black History Trivia is where we going.
You want to do
Black
that?
History Trivia.
Can I go to the
right
live
now.
for a quick
Hey,
second?
do you have the clip?
Yeah, we got
Let's do this. Before you play the clip, I'm going to go to the live real quick because there was a
Okay.
lot of information that came in. Uncle Brian said he screwed up they messed with Social Security. Yeah, because you can't pay me back that money you owe me, Uncle Brian. No, I'm just playing. But Uncle Brian said the government has cut almost 100,000 jobs so far. And he said Costco has increased their business by 7%
Okay.
since Doge has come to pass.
Good
Elvis
job,
Stewart, my
Costco.
frat brother from Little Rock, thanks
Hey.
for tuning in. Tesla has lost $900 billion.
Oh my God.
Since
Congratulations,
January.
Tesla.
900
Yeah.
billion
Congratulations, Tesla.
lost since
Yes.
January.
Round of applause for Tesla.
Yeah,
y'all.
yeah.
Give it up.
I just,
They're lighting cars on fire.
Right.
I don't condone.
They're burning up the cars.
I don't condone
They're burning
people
up the cars.
burning up and vandalizing anybody. I don't condone that, but you know what you sow, you reap. You know what I mean? And you
it's
sowing,
biblical.
taking people jobs and kicking people out. Now you down, you choked $900 billion.
Most important people on his board or his investors are pulling their stocks by the hundreds of millions.
Oh, wow.
I told y'all Elon Musk wasn't that smart. And I ain't, just because you got money don't mean you're smart. And I said that. Now watch the moves he been making.
When you losing billions,
When you lose
it's
$900
not
billion,
hard
Right.
to go broke.
Yeah.
and you got Trump out here now doing infomercials for you. Please go buy a Tesla. Please, for Elon. Lord.
One more round of applause for Tesla, ladies and gentlemen.
I ain't doing that.
One
Don't
more
come
round of
looking for
applause
me.
Tesla.
I didn't tell you to make no decisions like that. JB didn't and Damali didn't. You
They're burning
did it.
up the cars.
Yeah, you did it to yourself, brother.
Right.
Meet you at church at the altar.
All right.
Here in a minute.
All right. Y'all ready? Black History
Black
Trivia.
History Trivia. Okay, what we
JB is
got?
tickled. Yeah. All right. Black History Trivia.
Are you African?
What was the first stocks and bonds sold on the New York Stock Exchange? Was it A, cattle, B, Africans, C, cotton, or D, oil?
What'd you say?
You want me to say it again?
One more time
Oh,
before the
Lord,
song
he's
go
still
off.
over here laughing. Okay, what was the first stocks and bonds sold on the New York Stock Exchange?
Okay.
Was it A, cattle, B, Africans, C, cotton, or D, oil? Now, AJ,
Any final
Beach Queen,
answers on here?
Me, AJ, we all went with B.
No. AJ and Beach Queen said A.
Oh, no.
JB, Uncle Brian, and Tamika said B.
Franchelle said African.
Charles, last time to get down with us.
Franchelle.
Charles, get down with us one time.
Okay, so Franchelle is in the group with y'all.
Franchelle, what's going on in Africa?
Okay. Charles said C with Cecil and Jeremiah.
Charles went C.
Uh-huh.
Where did Damali go?
I know what the answer to the question is. That's where I am.
And so
Okay,
all right, y'all,
so
listen up.
If you said B, you would be absolutely correct.
Oh, my God.
Africans. And play that clip, JB.
Oh, yes. Indeed. It's right here.
The enslavement of African people was only down south. That's not true. The largest plantation in the 13 colonies at one point in history was in Brooklyn, New York. And you know that area down there, down by Battery Park, where they used to bring the ships into that area, the port. And they would dock the ships, and they would bring the Africans up out the ships, and they would walk them across to be sold. However, what they did was, because they couldn't sell all of them, they used to put them in different prisons along this particular path. And then they would march the Africans that they were ready to sell down the street called Wall Street, down into a place we today call the New York Stock Exchange. African people were the first stocks and bonds sold on the stock exchange.
Wow.
That is something. I did not know that
Powerful.
until right now. So we was the first ones. And it's kind of crazy because it's kind of like black on Black Wall Street. Because we're on Black Wall Street, in my mind, I just kind of think like that. But we got marched down Wall Street. Man, to be at stocks.
Yeah.
They
Kinda
buying
upset.
you.
That's kind of upsetting, right?
It
That
is.
upsetting.
It is. Yeah,
That's why
triggering.
people don't want you to teach history. That way, always listen because we're going to have black history every time we get on the radio.
That's right.
Because I didn't know that. And it's extremely sad.
Yeah.
Extremely sad. Okay.
Okay, upcoming events, and we're going to hit them and quit them.
We're going to hit them. We're going to get out of here, y'all. Hang in
Okay,
there.
so we're calling all D9 organizations. Drexel Academy will be having their Black History program, which was canceled because of the bad weather, on March the 28th at 9 o'clock a.m. at OSU Tulsa Auditorium. They will be recognizing D9 organizations and would like for as many D9 members to attend as possible.
All right, Sigmas. Blue Fire.
Come on,
You
Zetas,
know.
let's hit it.
Let's show up.
All right. Of course, we already talked about the African experience. You guys know that is a celebration of my birthday party. In addition to, we're bringing Damola the violinist. On Sunday, we're going to be on the Soul of Sunday with Corey D. It happens every Sunday from 1 o'clock p.m. until 3 o'clock p.m. on nycu.fm or on Facebook at Charles Harper and Damali Wilson. The District 3 seat at Tulsa Public School Board is up for general election on April 1st. Candidate choices are Kyra Carby and Dory Simmons. Our children are counting on us to make the right decision, so please, please, please educate yourself on the candidates and vote accordingly.
Absolutely. We got birthdays.
District 3, what is that? What area?
District 3 City Council, I don't know what the boundary lines are, but you can look that up on the Tulsa Public Schools website.
We gotta hold on. Drop on. We gotta drop a bomb for Clue.
Okay.
One time. It's
All
a
right.
big day. Somebody's birthday.
Real quick.
Somebody's birthday.
Miss Maybell, welcome to the show.
Hey, Miss Maybell.
Vernell, Redo, welcome to the show. Franchelle Abdallah also said that was such a great piece of information. Thank you,
You're
Damali.
so welcome.
Tamika Rogers, that's the doctor. She said, wow. And Uncle Brian said, New York life insurance company used to insure slaves as they were property.
Yes, absolutely.
What company was that?
New York Life.
New York Life.
Yep.
Wow.
All right, so
Crazy.
now we are up to birthdays.
Birthdays. It's your birthday.
Tomorrow, your
birthday
baby
is it?
girl
Hey,
has a birthday.
Matt
Tiana Harper. It's
Yeah.
going to be her birthday.
Happy birthday to my youngest. What's
Yes.
going on, Matt?
On March 28th, Bill Hill, my
Bill
cousin,
Hill.
photographer, black-owned
Bill
business,
Hill.
does a great job with your
Bill
photos.
Hill got the
It's
eye.
his birthday.
Happy birthday.
On March
Birthday,
30th,
Bill.
O'Malley B.
O'Malley B.
Another black-owned artist.
There you go,
You know,
that
black-owned
sax.
business. Yes.
Oh,
Happy
Mally
birthday,
B.
Y'all hire him. He
Happy
does great
birthday.
work.
Absolutely.
And, of course,
Uh-oh.
April 1st
Oh, my God.
Pause.
would be
It's a real
Drum
one
roll,
birthday.
please.
my birthday.
Uh-oh.
And my friend that I went to school with, Ramon Dokes, we share the same
Talk to
birthday.
him.
But I also want to give a huge shout out to Veli Vale. That was
The
my number
first
one.
one.
Rest in peace, my friend. We shared our birthdays together as well.
And he was
that
the first
a huge
one
loss.
that I remember did a show on KBOB.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was
yeah.
the morning show.
Yeah.
Him and DJ Perfecto.
Valley
and all
Vale
of
in the
them.
morning show.
Man,
Valley
him and Sandra,
Vale in
them,
the
they had
morning
it going
show.
He
on.
was on his way.
Yeah.
He was on
He
his
was
way.
seriously on
He
his
was
way
on his
to.
way.
That's my guy.
His shows were selling out across the city.
Right.
Yeah.
He was just in his bag. He was in
Yeah.
his zone, and everything was working for him.
I'll tell you this: we've been on here for 5 years, and we still catching up with what he had.
Man.
he had it.
Ain't it-
He
ain't
just
that
whatever
it?
that it was, he had it. Because I would be up
Valley
early in the morning, like Valley is on Valley Vale.
Right?
R.I.P. Valley Vale.
Rest in
Yes.
peace to our brother,
That was
man.
my guy.
Love you forever, man.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. So don't forget, you can hit us up on any of our social media platforms. That's World One Development, Edgerac Youth and Family Fund Center, 36th Street North Event Center, Fitting Back In, Prison Reentry, or NYCU.FM.
And again, shout out to the people who have started stepping up to support Uncle Bob and his radio station because his bills pay my telephone bills. I mean,
Pay
that
my
stuff comes
automobile.
in, y'all. Anybody on here that runs a business, you know
Yeah.
that people don't
Overhead.
understand how them bills in this
Overhead.
overhead. So y'all help Uncle Bobby because he allows a lot of us to have a platform
Mm-hmm.
to give you all of this great information. So please consider donating to him. Donating to Eating Me and Services, Community Radio, to help us stay on the air. You can send your donation made payable to Eat Media Services. Send that to 1216 North Lansing Avenue, Suite D. We moved on up, y'all. Tulsa, Oklahoma, 74106. Let me tell you this real quick. Tomorrow on The Juice, Mayor Monroe Nichols gonna be in the
Yes.
building. He has not forgot about the kids, so y'all tune in from 6 o'clock
He's showing
to
up
8 o'clock.
and represent
He's
with
pulling
the
up.
Juice.
I think it's
Yeah.
his second trip.
I think it's his third.
How good is that, JB, though? He
Man,
pulling up
that
for the
is
Juice.
awesome, man. To show up and represent for this young group of black, up-and-coming black journalists just speaks volumes. Speaks dedication. He's a man of his word. He's doing what he said he was going to do. Stand behind the youth.
Stand
and, of
behind the
course,
youth.
the community of Tulsa, Oklahoma.
Just like
Yeah.
that, y'all. All right.
Yeah.
This has been News You Can Use. I'm one of your hosts, Mr. Charles Harper.
And I'm Damali Wilson.
And we are live every Wednesday from 1 p.m. to 2 p.m., so make sure you tune in.
And I think that's the end of the show, guys. I don't want it to end so abruptly, so I'll go on to tell you this. If you'd like to promote or advertise your events or business on the show, inbox us on Facebook at World One Development. Now, it's really easy. It's not hard to do. This has been World One Development's News You Can Use with Charles Harper and Damali Wilson. And y'all got something else?
Nope.
Spread love, more love, and less hate.
The views,
wanna
thoughts,
see y'all.
and opinions expressed by this program belong solely to the host and their guests and not necessarily to this station, organization, committee, or other groups or individuals associated with KBOB 89.9, Eaton Media Services, NYCU.FM, and World One Development's News You Can Use. Y'all have a good day. We're going to go set it off for Damali this weekend.
Yeah.
Y'all Saturday. Who won the
African
tickets?
Experience.
Who won the tickets?
Who won
who
the
won
African
the
Experience
tickets?
tickets?
Oh, hold on.
Who won the tickets? See,
Uh-oh.
there's somebody
Let's
owed
see.
me something. Who won the tickets?
Who won the
It was the
tickets?
first person that got the answer
First
right.
person that said the answer
Yep.
was
The correct
Uncle
answer was B.
Brian.
Uncle
Brian
Brian.
was the first.
Uncle
first
Brian.
person.
Uncle Brian, you said great show. You the last person to comment, and you the first one to win these tickets. So we'll see you at the show on Saturday. Doors open at 5. Show starts at 6.
Congratulations,
Yeah.
Uncle Brian.
See you at the 3.0.
3.0.
The African experience this weekend. Y'all know what time it is. If you've never been, you'll hear about it.
Fans at? Where them 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 fans